Hi Capricorn, welcome to Sophquest. I'm Spence. This is for the week of October 4th through the 10th, and in the middle of the week on Wednesday we're going to have a new moon in Libra. We are in Libra season and we are in Mercury retrograde, so that's a lot of talking and thinking and restructuring, regrouping, and redefining things because we're making some changes in our lives, and it's probably starting to do with relationship issues that we're working through this week and really this month and through Libra season. Right, Pluto is going forward this week also on the 7th, woohoo, right, after 5 months. We've got Saturn going forward finally after 4 months. We've had a lot of planets in retrograde, and this month it's like one after the other. Planets are starting to move forward, which will help move us forward. And Pluto is about our autonomy, right, about our own sovereignty, about our empowerment. And so standing up for our rights, for ourselves and what we want and how we want things to change for the better, right? Things like that are going on. All right, so this week we're using the Enchanted Map Oracle cards by Colette Baron Reed with the artwork of Jenna Della Grottalia. Gorgeous deck. And then we're using the Tarot of Mystical Moments by Katrine Welch-Stein. I love both of these decks, and I'm excited to read for you today, Capricorn. So if you haven't already subscribed, I hope you will today, and click the bell so you can get notified. I do weekly readings for each and every sign. You can always check your moon, your rising, Venus, or anything else you're interested in by going into my homepage and the playlist tab and click on the weekly readings playlist. That way you can watch all the ones that you want for the week, all right? So I'm going to pull 3 for you now from the Enchanted Map Oracle. I've shuffled plenty, but I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit more. And we'll get what 3 come out for you this week. Well, one just flew right out. Listening. This one wants to come. Magic Prayer. Nice. And Metamorphosis. Ask and you shall receive is what I'm hearing for you, Capricorn, right? Because we've got listening, right? It's like believing and receiving. And then metamorphosis. Something's going to change. Something you've been waiting for, praying for, waiting for, listening for. It's like listen to the universe and all the signs and synchronicities right now. All these planets moving forward, I do think we're going to be going through metamorphosis. And, you know, metamorphosis is not an easy transition. And Pluto is the planet of transformation. Transformation isn't easy. That caterpillar changes completely while it's in the, you know, the pupae stage, pupa, whatever it's called, right, in the chrysalis. And when it comes out, it's a whole new thing. So whatever in your life is changing, it's gone through quite a metamorphosis. And, you know, what you believe you can achieve. So really, you know, when you're praying and wishing and hoping, you know, have the best thoughts in mind. You know, when you're asking for change, for good change, you know, ask for what it is that you are hoping for or better, right? Can't limit. You can't limit, put limits on what wants to come in for your life, right? Okay. And listening also, just listening for the truths and the synchronicities in your life right now, because you're going to hear things perhaps this week, maybe from your own soul, right? And that's really crying out for change. Maybe breaking some old habits, doing things in new ways. That kind of thing, Capricorn. Yeah. All right. Those are shuffled. The deck is cut. I'm going to lay them out. I'm going to tell you what each card is, and then I'm going to show you every single card on this table. We're going to go horizontally, vertically, and big picture. All right? So hang with me. We've got the 8 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles. Nice. And the 7 of Pentacles. Assessing how hard you've worked to stand on your own 2 feet and make something of yourself. You should be very proud. That's the first message. Wow. Page of Pentacles. But you're also growing. King of Swords. And you've made up your mind about something that you want to do, to be, to say. There's something here that you want to grow. Yeah. This is spiritual growth with the Hierophant next to that. Spiritual growth. You've been really considering what you believe. You know? Like when you try to conceptualize what maybe you think about when you consider God, the universe, the source of all love and light and life, right? Big, big thinking kind of thing. Then 2 of Pentacles, weighing things out. 3 of Swords, going back and forth over how you got hurt or why you got hurt, maybe some old wounds, and making a decision that you're fine now. 9 of Pentacles. You're okay. Your scars are yours. You've earned them, right? We all have. So that's a beautiful thing. All right. And the 5 of Swords, right? Yeah, something perhaps that hurt your feelings, harsh words or an argument. And it made you question whether you could have faith in something that you've been building for quite a long time. This could be at work. Someone might have said something to you, but sign of the times right now, especially in Mercury retrograde. Okay, if this just happened or is happening this week, please consider that it's Mercury retrograde. Misinterpretations, miscommunications happen. So try not to take it too personally is the message here. Yeah, 10 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. You really love your job, right? Maybe not so much your boss. Or maybe it's the opposite. You love your boss, but not the job. And maybe you're going to have an opportunity to work with the boss in the future at somewhere else. So it's like whatever it is that you really, really, really want, okay, with the magic prayer, you know, it could happen. It could happen. So listen, keep your ears wide open and your eyes wide open, because something in your life is absolutely about to transform. And you are growing so much. If this is spiritual growth, I mean, you're going to hear from your own soul. Let's look at the bottom of the deck. This is usually the internal, right? What's coming up from the surface. So we got the 10 of Pentacles. And this is about longevity. A long life well lived. You can see the generations. You can see over all these years represented by the rings of the tree that this person, you know, he had home, work, family, you know, a life well lived. So there's something long term here that you really, really want. And with the King of Pentacles, it's like stability, security, right? Money in the bank, feeling like you're safe and sound, and creating a legacy of love and happiness as well. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. This is beautiful, Capricorn. So whether you're the king or the queen of Pentacles, doesn't matter, right? That's you. The Pentacles is a suit of earth. This is you living your best life. That's what you're thinking about subconsciously. What does me living my best life look like? What am I hoping for? What am I praying for? What am I needing to change so that I don't limit myself anymore? How do I open it up? Well, first you give it to the universe. With this magic prayer, you give it to the universe, and then you listen. And you wait. You wait and you listen. Let's go across the top. 8 of Pentacles. You are working very hard at becoming the best you can be. 9 of Pentacles. Because in the past, you've observed and gone over and looked at your tree of life. All the work you've put in, all the effort you've put in, what you've created, the yield you've received out of it. It's all been worth it because all along, every single step of the way, every seed that you planted, every fruit that was bearing on the tree, you know, it's grown you. And if this is all about work, you've done very well in your career or in your job. You have been creating for yourself something that you can really be proud of, that will stand the test of time. A legacy. That's beautiful. And the reason I said that, you know, you're really growing here is because I'm seeing the Page of Pentacles. And she still has that watering can. It's like somewhere inside of you, your inner child, what, you know, they call the inner child, but I call it the naked soul. It's who we really are deep inside. Before we've been conditioned, you know, to be very politically correct and polite and all of the things, you know, that we are in society to get along with everyone, we are just a soul. Comes to this planet and wanders around learning. And you're still interested in learning, and you're trying to open your mind about that to anything that's just a bit more spiritual. With the Hierophant, it's like, open your mind to what it is that you can still learn. Right now, I think this time in Mercury retrograde, it's got you deeply thinking. The King of Swords is the center of your reading today. So you are trying to really see clearly what it is that you still want to plant and water and nurture when it comes to your own spirituality and what you believe and what you have faith in. Having faith in your own dreams, in your own thoughts, and all the work that you've put in. Were you just building your bank account, or were you building your life based on all the things that you value, right? The metamorphosis can be that, you went from this Page of Pentacles and you built something really great that's made you very fulfilled in many ways. That is something you are completely capable of, Capricorn. But maybe lately you're thinking deeper of it, right? It's not just a successful business, money in the bank, financial security, or even, the wife, the husband, the kids. It's not only that. There's so much more of life for us to experience. And I think you're weighing out what you can believe in now, depending on where you are in your life. If you've just had your first Saturn return, you've probably gone through some really hard stuff. It's like, what do I do now? Or if you're an empty nester or an early retiree, or, depending on what age you are, or you just graduated college, this is a metamorphosis time in your life. You get to rewrite your story, or you get to add a whole new chapter to the story. Two of Pentacles, weighing it out. You're high above the city here. You've got a good perspective and you're weighing it out. What do I do? I've been hurt. I know that I've had to recover from stuff in the past where I feel like maybe I was missing in my own life because I worked so hard. And maybe somebody else got hurt because I haven't been able to spend enough time with them. That's what I'm getting. Yeah. That's weird. What I'm hearing is you feel like you've been missing in your own life. Maybe you've just been working so hard, you've been so responsible that maybe you're missing some of it. Maybe you're missing out on some of the things that make this life so wonderful. So that you can stand on top of everything that you've created and realize the value of your own soul's journey. The fact that you have tread this long life's journey and that you are still listening and praying and hoping to continue to grow and change as you go, step by step. Life is filled with many, many things, including pain and anguish and difficulties and conflicts. And sometimes we can barely juggle. But if you keep your heart open and you continue to grow, then you always have choices. You can always humble yourself, right? And ask, hey, can I get some help here, God? Right? It's kind of like that. It's like, I see you, with these two kings, it's like you're a strong person and you've always been incredibly self-assured and maybe, self-reliant. But maybe at this point in your life, it's like you feel like you're missing you. You've become your job or your title or your accomplishments, but there's this part of you inside that you're missing. Maybe you miss you. And that's the metamorphosis. And maybe that's what you're doing, is you're going to your own inner child and asking for advice, perhaps. Or giving advice to your inner child and saying, hey, don't forget, don't miss out on this thing. Because you can always create something new. So, this whole message for you, Capricorn, seems to be about allowing yourself always, at all times, to grow and change. Just when you think you've reached a pinnacle, set a new goal, have a new dream, start over, start new, start again. Because you always have that ability. So keep your ears and your eyes open, because as you do this, as you go through kind of a renaissance, that's what I call it, a personal renaissance, you're gonna realize that there are new things here for you. I'm going to go down the vertical for you. 8 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, working hard on you and growing something brand new. But it, that takes effort, sometimes struggle, right? To challenge yourself. That's my point. You're challenging yourself to grow. That's what I'm saying. 9 of Pentacles, because you're incredibly self-assured, self-sufficient, probably pretty well off with these pentacles on the table. You've got some money, I think. And you're deciding that there's a part of you that's missing, and there's like an ache in your heart, and you're finally seeing it. It's like you're doing very, very well, but maybe you're finally seeing that there's still something missing. And so you're looking at it, this tree of life that you've created, that you've grown, and you're asking yourself, your own true inner soul self, what's missing? What's missing in my own life? Whatever that is for you, that's the metamorphosis. That's the magic prayer. That's what you're hopeful for. Even if it's subconscious and you don't realize it, your inner soul, your inner child, that naked soul, it's listening. And it's helping you to change, to grow, to metamorphosize. I love that for you, Capricorn. It's beautiful. I want to wish you kindness, reverence, and gratitude. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel. I'll be here for you next week. I'll talk to you then. Thanks.